everybody.
All right. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. This up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd down following the run. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And this defense is on the field right now and just looking to keep the momentum, the mojo going from a week ago.
Partner, this defense is full of confidence. They feel great about themselves, and they don't think anyone can move the ball on them now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Complete. It's Cochran. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Saunders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. Plenty of scoring here already. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. This is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return that time, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green!
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throw's going to be incomplete. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. Touchdown, Falcons.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Powering forward. The Bengals getting set to go. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And some room to roam now. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, that's Blair. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Let's go. Blue, land it.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. To throw now on first down. And he's got some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I got you, 88. I got you. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Blue, land it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Scott. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Bryant's kick is good. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Bengals won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he capped off the long drive with the TD as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Falcons have it late in the second. Pass coverage will break down here, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Brandon and Charles are standing by for our second half in Atlanta. Brandon.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go! Blue landed!
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here's Kevin Huber now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well. Overshot him.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
The Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, You feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Fighting him off. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back. But also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock winding down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's Saunders.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Saunders. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Saunders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go, D. Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now they'll run on the draw. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He got 29 yards that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cochran. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back to back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now here's a carry heading left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on for the 5th time here today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some point in offense, they don't even want to see the field.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Newman. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. Back to throw. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Over the middle, complete. That's Newman. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.